Sports on Tap Detroit, brought to you by the Realtors of the Joe Wright Group, Jason Stiltner of Flagstar Bank, Time Out with Steven Scott, presented by Baldman Entertainment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
We are tonight's entertainment.
We're here to fuck shit up.
Sports the way it should be. Nothing sugar-coated, we loaded with all the information you wanted. From legends to prospects, nothing's off limits. Chris and Joe be taking on all topics with no stopping. They keep it rolling and going and ball hopping at a rate that's hard stopping. With news that's jaw dropping, they're getting it in. Sports Center competition, man, they in it to win. This ain't a fluke, from Carolina to Duke, from MSU to Michigan. You'll know if you listening, if you ain't, you missing it. All the excitement, they shock like a thundercloud and ride with lightning. Get it together, you know ain't nobody better. Bring heat than cold weather. You better put on a sweater, you better just let it go when all come and attack. Sit back, relax, let's tell them it's on tap.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Welcome to Sports on Tap. I'm Chris Scott, alongside Frank Giagata and Joe Waddell. Fellas, how are we doing?
Fucking awesome. How are you?
Wonderful.
Yeah?
How are you?
Yeah, all right. I'm doing all right, I suppose.
Hello, motherfucker.
Nice.
Get this into the same zip code so we can actually.
Yeah, that might help,
Hear.
so people can actually hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Nah.
that's generally how radio works.
Nah.
I think we're a lot better off if I just go like this. Less of a chance I say something I'll regret.
Ah, man, I don't know. I don't think it matters where you have the microphone, Frank, honestly. But, yes, I am doing all right. The Bills beat the Chiefs this weekend, and I'm happy about that. That was actually a really good game, and I'm happy the Bills came out on top.
I have not seen many people, many players in general, much less a quarterback, play the way Josh Allen did in that game. For it being, and I was saying the same thing about Dylan Larkin last night, in such a meaningless game to play that hard, like I just love what I'm starting to see out of these guys.
That's fair.
They're starting to actually act like they give a shit, whether it's game 3 or game, 82 with hockey, 17, whatever with football.
But to Joe's point, and we've talked about this numerous times, especially with Josh Allen. Yes, I love the way he plays. Like he's finally getting to that point now where I think the game is completely slowed down for him, and that's you can kind of see it now. But there are times when I'm like, dude, just slide, man. Just go out of bounds, slide, whatever, man. You're taking way too many unnecessary hits, and eventually, it's going to come back and bite him. It's going to happen.
And the guy I see actually doing what you're suggesting. And granted, I think he's doing it because he's waiting on a payday. But Lamar's not taking those extra hits to get too many extra yards. He's trying to get out of bounds to preserve it.
But if Lamar's not careful, he ain't going to get that bag, dude.
Yeah, the rate he's going, he's going to get himself hurt.
Yeah, exactly. But so back to that Bills-Chiefs game, and again, another egregiously bad call, missed call by the referees, the trip in that game. And, of course, I'm looking on the Twitter.com while the game's going on, and people are flipping out about it, deservedly so, because it was bad. And I'm like, that's not the reason they would lose this game. Did it help? We even talked about this during it.
You and I talked about it.
And
Joe would have talked about it, but he doesn't like to pay attention to the group text.
Exactly.
Or I'm just not getting them at this point.
Or he's just not getting at him. Because he's still on a 4G phone.
My phone has adapted to the point that it knows I don't read the text messages, so it just stopped sending them through. My phone's like, you know what? You're not going to read these anyway. You're not going to read them.
So we're kind of talking about it, and people are going to blame that missed call as to why they lose if they did, in fact, end up losing that game. And I'm like, no. I mean, did it help? No, it didn't. I mean, it was a bad missed call. Simple as that. It was. But that's not the reason that they would have lost that game. The reason they would have lost that game is the first 2 drives. You fumbled it, and then you had goal to go, and you still couldn't score. And I've said this ad nauseum with this team, this is what is keeping you from being an elite team, is situations like that, goal to go, and you still can't punch it in the end zone. When you have a 260-pound fucking quarterback, run it with him. Do whatever you got to do. But some of these play calls around the goal line with this team are just they're mind-boggling. I don't get it.
You also have 3 different versions of a running back.
Yeah. I don't, and a lot of the play calls are they're so generic. There's nothing. This is with a lot of coaches, just in football in general. When you get goal to go,
Yeah.
like there's so many play calls that are so generic.
Well, that's so. Let's talk a little bit about your favorite boy,
Which one?
Justin Fields.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now that guy has done himself no favors.
None.
No favors. But I'm going to tell you, the play calling at around the goal for him is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You have a running quarterback. The guy is athletic. Say what you want, he's athletic.
Right.
Now, he might not be a quarterback in the NFL, and he's definitely not helping prove that wrong. But he's athletic. Why are your play calls on the 1, 2, 3 yard line always him dropping back in the pocket and looking for a pass?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Well,
what is the point of that?
And look at what he did on, Thursday at this point. But look what he did at Thursday alone. He had 88 rushing yards. It's not like he can't move the ball. Put the ball in his hand, let him fucking go. It's the same thing we talked about last week, though.
I mean, be creative.
Those coaches don't have any faith in him for some reason.
And if they don't have faith in him throwing it, I kind of get that at this point.
Right,
Like,
but
okay,
you've never given him the opportunity.
Well, you never give him the opportunity to throw on the run or design. Listen, Harbaugh's done a great job with Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar Jackson, his numbers in the first, second, and third quarter are way better than his fourth quarter numbers.
True.
And he can't close to save his life. We've known a couple people like that.
I was thinking it. I'm glad you said it.
He opens well. He doesn't close very well, like some people we know.
Had that problem.
Like so. I wasn't saying you, but we know some people that are like that. I was saying you and I know some people from back in the day that were like that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
He can open. He can't close to save his life.
Is that 3 straight that they've had the lead and they've lost?
I mean, they're becoming the Atlanta Falcons.
That's bad. That's really bad. And honestly, if it keeps going, I think that may cost Harbaugh his job.
May.
I don't. Maybe not. I don't know. But I mean, if that continues, that trend continues, Lamar's not going to get his bag. He's not.
No.
And B, Harbaugh's probably going to lose his job.
At this point in time, if Lamar gets the bag, somebody's an idiot. Because I'm sorry, he still hasn't progressed as a quarterback. It goes back to talking about Fields. Now, Fields is way worse than Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
But if he was in, your brother says can't close, giving me Phil Koch vibes. Yes.
Hey man,
Speaking of which, happy anniversary to Phil Koch and the glove slap.
I was just gonna say on this day he closed the 2012 ALCS. Man,
this is the anniversary of the only time he successfully closed anything.
That's right.
But when it comes down to it, like, at least Lamar has been put in a position to succeed by Harbaugh. He has won an MVP because he looked so good running that offense that he designed around him, running him on designed runs, getting him outside of the pocket, having him throw on the run. Like,
It's
there's
the same way Cap looked like a Super Bowl quarterback the one year.
RPOs,
Know how to use
rollouts,
your guy.
designed run plays. He has looked good. Now he can't. He's not a great thrower still. He's not a great passer, but he's better than Justin Fields. But Justin Fields, if he had Harbaugh, would he be along the lines of Lamar? Would that be what we're looking at for Justin Fields if he had a coach that did that for him? But again,
honesty,
even then, it's not working 100% because they're not winning any playoff games running that offense. So
and you and I, Chris, I know have talked about it. Might even been last week on this show. The team I really asked that question about in general is Seattle. Explain to me why Geno Smith, based on quarterback rating, is the #1 quarterback in the NFL right now.
well, and he's got a completion percentage of like 70-some%.
Yep. And Russ looks like absolute shit.
This is how, as an offensive coordinator, you tailor your game plan to the talent you have. You don't try to make your quarterback something he's not.
You don't try and
or like fit a square peg in a round hole.
You don't try and make your talent on your team
Yes.
fit your game plan. You make your game plan and everything fit the players on your team. That's the way it works. Now, if you're an offensive coordinator that goes in and you have a set way of doing things, but your players on that team are not in that set way of doing things, you need to figure something out. And if you can't, you're not a great offensive coordinator.
You're not a good coach, period.
Right, period.
If you can't change your game plans to the talent you have,
Right.
you're a bad coach. Right. I'm sorry, you are. You're a bad coach.
And we've heard that excuse for years. Oh, well, the talent didn't fit what they want to run. Then run
Adapt.
something different.
Adapt.
Right.
Like that excuse has always been shitty for me.
And especially
I've never
for-
liked that excuse.
Especially for the amount of money these idiots get paid.
Exactly.
Like, adapt. You're a coach.
You can pay millions of dollars
Yeah,
a year.
Adapt.
Figure out what your talent on your team is, and game plan around that.
Especially when all it involves is taking maybe a dozen plays out of your playbook and changing them, maybe 20 at most. Like, you don't have to change your entire scheme.
And just to say, if that wasn't the prototypical chick who's at a Yankees game, I don't know who is.
Oh, yeah.
Those lips could.
A largemouth bass.
She was straight up 27 rings.
Oh my
type.
lord!
She looked like a largemouth
That-
bass.
How many rings you got?
If that chick was on the Titanic, that thing would not have sank.
Nope. Nope. Certainly not.
We also know some people like that.
I think her name might be Cheyenne. I don't know.
I think
maybe.
it might be
It might
actually.
be Cheyenne.
I think it might be. Holy shit!
Yeah, that was-
Anyway, sorry, that just caught my eyes. I was like, wow.
I don't even know who she was, but in my head, I have a perfect image. And she's literally sitting there asking somebody, how many rings you got?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Like, do you even know how many rings the Yankees got?
Yeah, they got 27. Even if they haven't had one.
No, I'm not talking to her. Like, if you
Oh.
ask her, like, do you even know how many rings they got?
I don't know, but this guy's rocking Chucky back and forth.
Weird.
Very weird.
Yeah. Anyways.
So yeah, back to the foosball.
People in New York are weird.
They are.
Speaking of New York, the fucking Jets
And
And the Giants.
and the Giants.
The Jets and the Giants, bro.
Who don't even play in New York.
I was just going to say, Andrew pointed
play in
this
the
out to me
Meadowlands.
earlier.
Meadowlands.
He sent me this picture, and it was all 3 New York teams, all with their records.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is incredible. And he goes, no, it's not, because two of them are in New Jersey.
Yep.
I was like, that's a really good fucking point, too.
They play at the Meadowlands. Yep.
They play on top of Jimmy Hoffa's dead body.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, but that is the thing. We kind of talked about this last week, too, especially about the Giants. Like, are they good?
Yeah.
We got to talk about it with the Jets. Are the Jets good?
Yeah. Until you prove to me that you're not, you are. Their defense is playing very well.
Their defense was outstanding against
And
Green
I'm
Bay.
going to throw this out there for the Jets. They might have the 2 rookies of the year on their own team.
For real.
Sauce was.
They might have the defensive rookie of the year in Sauce Gardner and Brees Hall. I know you weren't a fan of this kid.
I was not.
But he has proven every one of his haters wrong right
is.
now.
Absolutely
he is. He is looking damn good. And he, listen, at this point in the season, I'd be hard pressed to say that 2 other players would win rookie of the year over those 2.
And the other thing I look at, you go back to last year, who the rookie of the year on defense was. You go this year, who the rookie of the year on defense probably will be, or at least is tracking to be. Both guys the Lions had a shot at. Both guys, I think we sat here and talked about the Lions at some point potentially taking. And that defense is bad as it is.
So, well, you led right into it. I wasn't going to get into it right now, but you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. You brought it up. So
That's the thing, though. Like, if it goes, it goes. And
I just want to say this, right? And I said it as I was coming down the stairs. The Lions are the only fucking franchise I know that can turn the media against them, local and national, during a bye week
without doing
anything. Because the teams that won this week while they were off were supposed to be as bad, if not worse, than them. And you've got the Jets, the Giants, the Atlanta, the Falcons,
Seahawks.
You've got the Seahawks.
You know what's going to be a fun game? Detroit versus Green Bay. That might be one of the worst games of the year.
You're seeing it now with Aaron Rodgers. When he doesn't have any weapons to throw to,
Man.
it's
painful watching
bad.
him right
it's
now.
not good.
bad.
It's really not good. And I thought one of those guys would kind of single themselves out and kind of like be the guy that like he throws every pass to, you know.
They
And
were-
nobody has done that.
They were in the running to get fucking Deshaun Jackson up until the Ravens signed. Like, who would have thought somebody'd be excited to sign him?
The corpse of Deshaun Jackson, yeah.
So you look at this, and through 6 games, Brian Daboll with the Giants team that nobody thought was going to do anything.
Nope.
with Daniel Jones.
Especially if they say what the quarterback that they have.
So
Not even with Daniel Jones. In spite of having Daniel Jones, they're still 5-1.
he has won more games than Dan Campbell has. Mm-hmm. And he's been there a year longer. And then Robert Saleh. Okay, Lions had a shot at him.
Yep. And like we both.
He wanted to come here.
Yes, we both were on that train.
Yeah.
I think look at what he's doing with the
Jets. So the Jets.
That's who I wanted.
The Jets are 4-2 this year. How many wins does Dan Campbell have total? 4.
Yeah, he's got 4.
4. I mean, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, but for Christ's sakes, at what point in time is the franchise going to get their heads out of their ass? I just don't know. And at what point in time are the fans going to stop making excuses? And I said this last week.
Never.
Stop making excuses.
Joe, it's never going to happen. It's not.
Just stop.
It's never going to happen. Ever.
Call it what it is and be like, God damn it, they fucked up again. This is horseshit. Now I got to go another fucking year and watch a shit team do fuck all. Be pissed. Don't make excuses.
It's never going to happen. Never. This team is so, or this fan base is so, like we've compared it to like the abuse syndrome.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
it is.
This team is so emotionally abused.
Yeah,
that they can't do anything about it. They're just
what is that syndrome they call it where you start to like your abuser or whatever it is?
Oh, Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's almost as if the fans have started to enjoy the abuse. No, that's where you
the Helsinki. No, as in Helsinki, Sweden.
As in Helsinki.
I'm glad you got that reference.
Went right over my head.
Did it really?
I think it's the Helsinki syndrome.
Okay.
Yes, as in Helsinki.
As in Helsinki, Sweden.
Yes. I'm glad you got that reference, though. Thank you.
Bing bang.
All right,
but that's kind of what it is. This fan base has just been beaten down so much, like emotionally, that they just take it
and begin to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like it's weird for me because, I mean, and maybe I'm the weirdo, but as a fan, I can't sit here. I just said it before the show started. You said, "What's going on with your Browns?" I'm like, they're a fucking shit show.
Yes. They are.
And again, before the season started, last year was totally different. I was building them up last year.
Yeah.
Right? This year, did you hear me say they were going to do anything this year? Did you hear me say they were going to win games?
No.
Did you hear me back any of their moves they made this year? No. I said it wasn't going to work out very well. And it hasn't. You've got Jacoby Brissett starting back there, and you've got a head coach that for some reason will rely on the run just long enough to then rely on the pass and have it be fucked up. Like I don't understand the coaching. I don't understand the play calling. I don't understand the team in general. I didn't like the direction they went this last offseason, and not just because of Baker, not just because of that. In general, I did not enjoy and did not like the direction they went in. And it's showing right now. It's showing mid-season, 6 games into this.
Yeah, I granted this week I don't think it mattered how they. What
I mean,
they got dump trucks. They got dump trucks.
They got housed.
Yes. So I don't think it mattered if they ran the ball or passed the ball. It didn't matter. They got curb stomped.
Well, and they scored 3 points at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. They scored 15.
Oh, did they score? But I shut it off after they had scored.
They scored 15. It was 15-38. But I mean, again, so I got a question to ask you guys.
Yes.
New England may beat the shit out of Detroit, right?
Yep.
Bailey Zappi's 3-0.
I don't know how you put Mac Jones back.
Bailey Zappi is he's actually looking pretty fucking good back there.
I think I texted to Chris. He's about to pull a Tom Brady.
Do you? And they drafted him for a reason. It's not like they actually moved up in the draft to get Bailey Zappi.
He is gonna pull a Tom Brady. He's gonna steal that starting job.
The weird thing is they drafted Mac Jones last year.
Yeah.
Then I believe they moved up to get Bailey Zappi. Drafted him way before anybody. I think teams actually laughed at like they showed him drafting him, and teams
They
were
did.
Like, teams were like
McVay was like, wait, what?
Right. So, no, they didn't move up. They just drafted him early. I take it back. They just drafted him early. They didn't move up, but they drafted him very early, right? So he's playing very well, and I believe he's 3-0. Do we see Mac Jones again?
Yes.
You will see him again. Will it be this season?
Will he be
in a New
standing on the
England
sideline with a
uniform?
clipboard?
Is this the kind of like Cooper Rush scenario a little bit?
I see. That's what I'm asking.
I think
Because to me, Cooper Rush, I don't see anything special out of him, right?
Well, you saw it once he finally went up against a legitimate defense.
But if you watch football, you never really saw anything special with Cooper Rush, right? You saw, they won games,
Right.
but you didn't see anything special out of him. He was just he was a placeholder,
Okay.
right? He was a backup quarterback.
Right.
He's a backup quarterback. He's holding the place for the starter. Bailey Zappi, I've seen him play. He's pretty talented. He's not just holding a place card there,
Right.
Like
But Mac Jones isn't a bad quarterback.
He's not. I actually like Mac Jones. We talked about
Right.
this when he got drafted. I thought it was a great pick for him.
But I think what we're looking at here is because it took defenses or teams 5 games to kind of get a book on Cooper Rush, right? Give or take.
Yeah.
So this has been 3 games with Bailey Zappi. Mm-hmm. Talk to me after Game 5, and then we'll go from there.
Well, and the whole thing is maybe he won't make it to Game 5.
That's kind of my point.
But because if Mac Jones comes back and listen, Belichick is nothing if not stubborn.
Yes.
If Mac Jones is his guy, no matter what, he's going to put Mac Jones back there.
Right.
But
In all honesty, your Week 5 thing is going to be exactly what it is. The Week 5 for him will be the Jets.
I mean,
That's the most important game of New England's season outside of the playoffs and the Super Bowl.
I just think it takes a defense or a defensive coordinator or a team roughly 4 or 5 games to kind of get a book on a certain team, certain quarterback.
And it ain't going to be Monday. They got the fucking Bears on Monday.
Oh God.
and that Bears
Why are
that Bears defense is not
What
good.
is up with
Right.
these prime time games just being absolute dog shit?
Well,
So with Monday, I would assume Zappi will start. There's no sense in rushing Mac back. Start him there. And then the question would be, do you start him against the Jets?
well, did you notice the Cardinals? They thought they were playing on Thursday a week early because they only scored 9 points this last week. So they thought it was a Thursday night game. Like this week is the Thursday night game, guys. This is the week where you're not supposed to score any points.
It doesn't matter. Well, Call of Duty came out.
No, next week.
Oh, it comes out unless you got an advanced copy of it, which I'm sure he probably did.
I know there's a beta out right now, so he can play if he wants
There
to.
you go.
But, yeah, the full game will come out on the 28th.
Well, he definitely got the beta version of it. So
I mean, I have the beta version, so
Well,
I
there
would
you go.
assume him being
Yeah.
a hardcore fan. Like,
Yeah.
I've played Call of Duty like 3 times.
it honestly is kind of amazing though. Like when that game comes out, you see his play, Kyler Murray's play, just take a nosedive.
But he got Robbie Anderson now.
It's now you got Robbie Anderson.
Well, they had to because Marquise Brown went down.
Yeah.
Every
Marquise
receiver,
Brown went down, and Robbie Anderson
Every receiver-
basically screamed his way out of fucking Carolina.
Robbie Anderson neglected his teammates out of Carolina. Like he went and literally he almost sat on the opposite sideline at one point during that game.
I was waiting for him to pull an AB.
Like,
Just,
it was
take off
I think it was
the
close.
jersey and be like, I'm out.
I think it was close.
And I was lip reading at one point, and he kept going, "This is bullshit." And I was like, "No, it's bullshit the way you're handling yourself.
Right.
That's the bullshit." Like I'm not saying that I support the way the team's handling it either, but
But for Christ's sakes,
you're the one acting like a fucking idiot.
You stupid.
you stupid. You know who isn't stupid?
Yeah, I do. Jason Stiltner from Flagstar Bank. If you're a homeowner or looking to be a first-time home buyer, give Jason Stiltner, Senior Loan Officer at Flagstar Bank, a call today at 248-752-3631. Jason has great mortgage programs for first-time home buyers, including down payment assistance options and excellent interest rates. Again, give my guy Jason Stiltner from Flagstar Bank a call today at 248-752-3631 and get the excellent service you deserve. Flagstar Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 27546.
Excellent service. You deserve.
The excellent service you deserve, and you're. I can hear your wheezing
Oh, yeah.
with every
Yeah.
breath you take
not good.
because your sinuses are so messed up.
It's no good.
So Joe's just over there laughing about fucking everything.
I'm sitting here and after every breath he takes, I hear.
Yeah, it's no good. It's not ideal.
It's not. It was the first time I heard it though. I haven't heard it during the rest of the show. But
And I was the one who had COVID recently.
Anyway,
We're just gonna sit here the whole
Kelly
show.
John says Jason should put "not stupid" on his business card. I agree.
Yeah, I concur with that.
Joe agrees.
Actually, Kelly John, he is actually in your neck of the woods. Believe it or not.
Well, there you go.
Well, go have a conversation with him.
That's right. If you're thinking about buying a new house or anything like that, look him up.
Or if you got recommendations on his business card.
Or if you got recommendations about his business card, absolutely look him up.
Yeah.
Can we please get Russell Wilson off of primetime football games?
I knew this was coming at some point today.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And he's got one more primetime game in week 14, apparently.
I don't.
All the way in week 14?
Yeah.
God damn.
I'm with you there, man.
They'll flex him in at some point.
They can't. Not the way he's playing and not the way that offense is. And if Nathaniel Hackett isn't a one and done, I don't know what to say. This dude cannot coach his way out of a fucking paper bag.
It's not good.
He's fucking awful.
It's not good. Like I said, I watched maybe 2 minutes of that football game last night, and I told Frank, I said, my goal is to not watch Russell Wilson in primetime games at all this season anymore because it seems like every one of them, it's just a terrible football game.
I turned it off to watch something equally as bad, the new Halloween movie.
I heard that was not good.
Oh, my God.
Do we want to get into it?
I mean, not right now,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was.
I was going to say, there's a conversation to be had.
I still haven't made it all the way through it.
Okay.
So
you got to finish it
I'm gonna
first.
try to finish watching it. I'm gonna try. Try is the key word to finish watching it tonight because God, that so far it's fucking awful.
I will defend two things about it.
Oh,
One,
of course you will.
I'm not saying it's good. Not saying it's good.
Okay.
I'm saying for what the movie was, I didn't hate it. And the second thing is, it stayed true to John Carpenter's vision.
Okay. So I'm already past the first point because I fucking hate it at this point, and I'm not even done with it.
Right.
And
No,
from what I've heard, the
literally
ending,
the entire internet fucking hates it.
I was gonna say from what I've heard, the ending is even worse than what I've made it through so far. So I don't even know what to say.
I have a lot of questions about the ending.
The only thing
Not positive ones.
And I don't want to delve too far into this, but the only thing I can see about this is that they're trying to set up another serial killer to take Michael Myers' place.
Yep.
That's it. They're making another Michael Myers.
Just-
So Halloween doesn't end
Okay.
at all.
Just wait.
Oh, I can't fucking wait.
Just wait.
I can't fucking wait.
You have to finish that movie. And if you suffered through that much of it already, just finish it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Because it doesn't get any worse. It's already pretty bad the entire time.
It's rough.
But for what the movie was, I didn't absolutely hate it. For a free movie on a streaming service, fine.
Well, it's not free on a streaming service because it's on a pay service. You just don't pay for it because you have Xfinity.
Which makes it free.
Well, for you. But technically, it's still a paid service, which is the way movies go these days. I get it. It is what it is. But even with my free service, my free movie, I'm highly disappointed, and I think they can all fuck off.
Did you watch, not to go on a movie tangent, but did you watch
Too late.
Beast?
Yeah, I love Beast. I went and saw it at the movie theater.
Very surprised with that movie.
Yeah.
I watched it yesterday during the day. It was actually a really good movie, I
Yeah,
thought.
I went and saw it at the theater. I was thoroughly enjoyed.
Okay. All right, off the movies.
Yeah. All right.
that's fine.
Sorry, Chris.
You
Chris,
guys
did you
wanna
see
keep-
Top Gun yet?
No, you guys want to keep talking about it. Let it rip.
That's
man.
my bad.
That's fine.
You're
All
not
good, man.
you're not a movie guy. That was a tangent for me because I turned off that fucking shitty ass Russell Wilson game. The dude was 10 for 10 in the first quarter for like 117 yards and a touchdown,
Right.
and comes back and goes for like 5 for 17 the rest of the fucking game, and can't hit a wide open tight end standing right in front of him. What is with this dude?
There's
not
been
hitting
like 3 or 4 instances this year where there's been
so the
a
one
guy wide open in front of him.
So what was it? Hamler was the one where he was beating his helmet
Yeah.
on the. So that one I get. So Russell Wilson was going through his reads on that one,
Yep.
and he was turned this way. Hamler's over here. So you're not just all of a sudden gonna go, oh, I think this guy's open. You're going through your reads, and your reads are over here right now. Then you make your way over there. That one I don't blame him for. But there's been 3 other ones where guys were wide fucking open in front of it. Literally right in front of it. One of them was Javonte Williams, and the other one this was last night with this Dulcich guy, the tight end that they just brought up because the other tight end that was supposed to start the season for him has been cast away, same as Melvin Gordon has at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
Talking about falling off a fucking
He's
planet.
not thrilled about that.
I mean, he wasn't thrilled about Russell Wilson originally because you saw him eyeballing him last week.
Especially when he was like the one positive they had last year.
Yeah, but listen, he's fumbled like 8 times this year.
I'm not saying that he was a positive this year. I'm saying he was the only positive they had last year.
Well, Javonte Williams was too. Javonte Williams was awesome for them last year. And through the final like 10 games last year, Javonte was insane for them.
Yeah.
But Melvin Gordon, you expect more from him. At a certain point, you got to stop putting the ball on the field, man. Like if you're going to keep, no matter what you've done in your career, you put the ball on the field, your coach is going to yank you out of the game, man.
What's his name in Buffalo? Is it Moss?
Yeah.
The running back?
Moss.
Yeah. Same problem.
Yeah.
Every time that dude gets the ball, it goes on the ground.
It's ridiculous. Hold on to the football. Yeah. But yeah, he's been cast away at this point. Latavius Murray came off the street and replaced him last night.
I didn't even realize Latavius Murray was still in the league.
He played for somebody else 2 weeks ago and then got put back on the practice squad and got claimed off the practice squad.
It's 2 guys in 1 week that I went, holy shit, they still play? Because I had to ask him I was like, Brendan Smith is still in the NHL? Like, what the fuck?
Latavius Murray played for New Orleans like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, see, I didn't know he was on New Orleans this year at all.
Yeah. He played, scored a touchdown.
Okay.
And then got put back on the practice squad and then was claimed from the practice squad by Denver and then came in and replaced Melvin Gordon.
So 2 guys who have gotten reps before Melvin Gordon is a guy who's played on now 2 teams in 4 weeks and a guy who got shot in the leg 6 times or however many times he got shot.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
Brian Robinson?
Yes.
Well, I mean, he doesn't start over Melvin Gordon.
No, but he got reps before.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not saying like specifically on the same team.
Okay, I was like, wait a second.
Both of those situations have received reps before.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Brian Robinson is the lead back on his team now, the second week back from being shot in the leg twice.
That's because he had the greatest fucking entrance of all time. Did you see it?
No.
Oh. He came out to fucking Many Men by 50 Cent.
Oh.
So he runs out of the tunnel doing
that man was shot 9 times. So.
Yeah, and that's where I was like,
fair enough.
Pretty bold move.
Now, switching up a little bit from NFL to college. I mean, I know you didn't watch the Michigan game this week.
No, but I do catch up on some things college-wise via ESPN or whatever.
Stay with me on this.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with it. It's time. It is time for you to backtrack on that.
Not yet. I said this year you have to prove it to me. This year's not over yet. Now has he gone a good distance in proving me that I can jump back on this bandwagon, that he is the person that they were supposed to have for the first 6 years? Has he gone a good distance in that this year? Yes, he has. I'm not ready to jump on and watch yet, and I'm not ready to backtrack on it yet. I'm sorry, man. I just can't. The guy was shit for the first 6 years, and then he's had 1.5 good seasons. So finish it. Prove me wrong that I can then jump back on being a Michigan football fan.
I think in the next 2 years, you probably have a national championship at Michigan. The rate that team is going right now.
Well, according to one of the
those are not words that taste good whatsoever.
According to one of the local media personalities, it's either them or Ohio State this year.
Oh, dynamite analysis.
Is that have to do with the numbers 971 and the letters MV?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
Yes. And the only reason I've had to listen to them recently is because my Sirius XM free trial ran out, and I'm back to listening to regular radio. But it's so bad that I'm gonna pay for Sirius XM.
Just wait a couple of weeks. They'll send you a fucking thing in your email for Sirius XM.
Oh,
they'll be like, you can have 6 years for $2.99 a month.
Right. Yeah.
And then you
okay.
won't
Absolutely.
fucking have to pay for it.
Okay, good.
Just
because I can't take
listen to it for like 3 more weeks.
Because I can't take listening to local radio anymore. I just can't do it.
I don't remember the last time I listened to 97.
I can't do it.
The only time I listen to it is during Tigers games. Like, that's it. That's it.
Everything that I listen to comes straight off my phone.
Yeah. Well, as we've said, my phone's having problems recently. So
Right.
Actually, we can tell him what actually happened that night now. So you know how I couldn't get my phone to work on the way down to the Wings game?
Vaguely.
Oh yeah, because he couldn't get any music to play or anything.
Oh, yeah,
He
you were
couldn't get
playing
to
like
work.
Taylor Swift on your CDs or something like that. Yeah.
Well, you know, that's
Well,
the
that's
only
Fra-
CD I have in my car.
That's Frank.
fair.
But I mean, like that's normal, Frank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can go on my phone. It's a bunch of Taylor Swift too. Like, trust me, Thursday I'm waiting on it. We got the third quarter of the football game. They're dropping the trailer for her new music video.
Right.
Friday it comes out. Trust me, I got a problem when it comes to Taylor.
We're aware.
But yeah, the whole reason we couldn't listen to music, my dumb ass didn't turn the volume up.
You stupid. You stupid.
Yep.
I got nothing, man. I got nothing.
I just wanted to tell you on here so they could get your reaction to it.
I got nothing.
I mean, I own my stupidity for the most part, so I don't really care. But yeah, we were getting ready to leave, and I was like, let me try the.
Oh, there it
fuck,
is.
The volume was down. So we were like almost at the expressway, and I was like, so Joe, you know how I couldn't get it to work? Well, funny story. The volume was down all the way.
Nicely done.
So, towards me, you're saying I need to jump back on. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna,
no.
I'm not gonna do that.
You don't
yet.
have to jump on.
I'm not.
I don't think he's saying you
But-
have to jump on fully.
No, but it's time
I
to
don't-
start paying attention.
I pay enough attention. I just don't watch the games, and part of that is my pact to myself,
Right.
To withdraw myself from the situation because I just couldn't take it anymore. But also, it's for the fact that I do watch some football on Sundays, and having a 4-year-old isn't conducive to watching football 2 solid days on a weekend where you have your child. So I've made the conscious attempt to withdraw from football on Saturdays because I enjoy the Sundays a little more. And I've even withdrawn from a little bit on Sundays now because, some things are more important. But I pay attention enough. I watch ESPN. I look things up. I don't not pay attention. I know they kicked Penn State's ass in the second half.
They played.
They
incredible.
throttled them in the second half. And I
fucking incredible.
and I know enough about it. I didn't watch the game live, but I know enough about it to know that they handed James Franklin his fucking butthole.
Which
in the
you
second
know that
half.
makes me so because you know how much I hate James Franklin.
Oh, I do too.
So anytime I see that dude's team get its ass kicked,
And he was pissed after the game too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, tough shit.
Michigan has moved to must watch on my list.
Their
Michigan will be the game I watch regardless of who else is.
Their running game is
I've never seen anything like
one of the better ones
I'm still not sold on JJ McCarthy. I'm not.
I think he's
Okay,
the best
so
out
I'm-
of the options you have.
So again, I was gonna kind of say something similar, but I don't watch the games live.
Yeah,
so my point is a little bit skewed because I'm watching highlights, and I don't see many highlights of him, and I don't
He's
see.
the reason I say 2 years. Because he needs to improve a lot before
does.
your national championship.
Do I think it was the right call to have him as a starter? Yes, I do. He can create more plays than Cade McNamara
Has Corum put himself into the Heisman
yes,
race?
1,000%. With this game, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody is saying if it's like a tiered system, he's in that third tier where he has put everyone on notice now.
Yeah.
He's not at the point where he could probably be a nominee or the clear-cut winner.
Right.
But everybody is definitely on notice.
Yep.
But but as we talked about with Hartford, you have to beat Michigan State.
Still calling that.
Yeah,
I love it.
I am.
I love it.
Because I'm still kind of with you on this one.
I was going to say, you're not wrong. Like, he is a fraud until he's proven he is not.
Like, if you go into this game against Michigan State undefeated, which you should,
Uh-huh.
beat them.
At this point,
And
yes.
frankly, don't just beat them. Beat them down. Beat them down like you just beat Penn State down.
Yeah, you need to throttle him.
You do. You absolutely. I don't want like a close 28-24 game. Beat them.
Last second field goal or
Stomp
something
'em.
stupid. No, you need to.
And
throttle 'em.
honestly, run up the fucking score.
See, and that's the other thing I don't get is I've heard a lot of talk recently about college coaches running up scores and how it's not right.
I disagree with that.
I
100%.
completely disagree with that.
Especially in
It's-
college. I want you going balls out the entire fucking time. I don't care if it's 50-0.
Right. Like, first of all, you only get a certain amount of games to play and
Right.
showcase. Second of all, it's actually taken into account in rankings on how badly you've beat teams. So there is no such thing as running up a score. Fuck you. Play better.
And on top of that, how often do you have second stringers in there, sometimes even third stringers in there at that point? It's not any given team's fault that their third string's better than your first.
Even if it's their first string in there, I don't blame them. Keep your first string in. Run up the score. It's taken into account during playoff
But I'm
time.
saying, when
I don't care.
you have the opportunity to run up a score like that, how often are your starters still in there at the end for you to even cry about them running it up?
And
Stop
this,
'em.
this is why I loved
Stop 'em.
when Jimmy Johnson was at Miami. He said, my players played to the final whistle. What's wrong with that?
Done.
He's like, I put my third and fourth stringers in. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Tell them to go out there and
You
not
want me
play.
to punt every down?
Right.
Every time I get the ball, you want me to punt? If you don't want us fucking scoring, stop us. Like, it's not my job to stop. I tell my players to play hard for 60 minutes, and that's what they did.
And that's what they're supposed to do.
Exactly. So I have no issue. If a team wants to run up the score, run up the score. I don't have an issue with it. It's just I agree with you 100% on this, Joe. It's soft, honestly.
That's the world we live in right now, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, we kind of live in a soft society right now, and it's, don't offend anybody, don't run up the score, everybody gets a trophy, let's hand out orange slices at halftime.
I'm glad you brought this
Come
up.
on, man.
I'm glad you brought this up because there was a piece in the LA Times about the new baseball playoff format, and they're bitching and complaining because obviously the Dodgers got a bye to the ALDS,
Yeah.
and they got beat by the Padres, which is awesome. But they're like, well, if we just based this on the best team all year, then the Dodgers are clearly the best team. They should have stop it. Stop. This is the playoffs. This is what happens in the playoffs.
People are really saying that?
Yeah, there's a piece in the LA Times about this. It's a joke.
Oh, my
As soon as I read it, I started laughing.
Well,
I'm like, you?
First thing you got to take into account is
I think I just had a stroke.
Times, and it's the LA Dodgers.
Oh yeah. I started laughing when I
So
read it.
we
I'm
have
like,
extreme homerism going
I'm like,
on.
are you kidding me right now? You basically have bought your way to championship to the level that you're at now.
Yep.
Like now you want to complain about it because you got a chance to rest your players, rest all your pitchers, rest your starters, and you got beat by a team that you had a 20 some odd game lead over in the division, and they came into your house and beat you, and you want to whine about it and complain? Fuck off.
And I'm still going to keep throwing this out there because I've had this conversation with a few people. But San Diego's also doing this without one of their top 3 players.
And that's what I love. I love that they're basically kind of because all those players are pissed at Tatis.
Oh, yeah.
They're pissed at that guy. And you know what? Fuck you. We're gonna do this out.
Yeah, like right, wrong, we can have that conversation whenever you guys want to. But what it boils down to is based on talent on that team, they're missing a top 3 player.
Oh, they absolutely are.
And that's where I just look at it and I'm like, this is fucking hilarious to me. Because they're down arguably a top 5 player in baseball, and they're still just fucking schooling you. Like it's embarrassing.
Like I love seeing the
is
Dodgers.
great.
I love seeing the Dodgers go down. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
And obviously with Mookie on the Dodgers, like I'm rooting for him, but when a team like San Diego comes out of nowhere and puts together what they've put together, it's hard not to enjoy it.
And the Dodgers for me are just one of those teams now. It's like the Yankees.
Yeah.
I just like watching them get beat.
Yeah.
I really do. They've become, sports mortal enemy at this point for a lot of people, and I'm one of them.
I could see that.
I'm one of them. I'm kind of done with them. Kind of like most people were with the Patriots for a while.
Right? And what makes this even better is a while back, like the Dodgers manager, Dave Roberts, he said, we're winning the World Series. You can print that. Sorry,
Well,
dude.
They printed it. They also printed that you lost to the Padres.
And then you guys whine about it. I was very hesitant about this new playoff format. I kind of dig it. I do. I kind of dig it.
I don't.
Fair. I do. I kind of like it.
I just think I don't like the shortened series. I just don't.
I like the one game wild card.
Yeah, the one game wild card.
The one game wild card. I'm okay with that.
See, I don't like that.
I'm okay with the one game wild card.
Yeah, see, I like that part.
I don't mind that one. One game, win and get in.
Yep.
I don't mind that. But these short 3-game and 5-game series, I don't like that. I don't enjoy that. Give me a full series. Let me see who's the best at the end of a 7-game series.
No, I'm not a fan of the one and done. I'm glad they made it a best of 3. That's cool. Best of 5. Would I like it to be best of 7? Yes.
I would rather. So I would rather be the one and done with the wild card, one and done and get in.
Yeah.
You
7
play
games
one,
from
play
there
one
out.
game, and then 7 games from there on.
Yep. Okay.
Like I just don't like the step up in the series type of game. I just don't like that. I didn't enjoy that.
And I think sports has pretty much proven this, and sports across the board. 7-game series is the most effective to tell which is a better team.
Absolutely.
Like
it is.
the 5-game series is great, and I understand doing that based on how many games you play and everything with baseball. But when it comes down to it, I've seen plenty of teams, and I'm not saying tons, but I've seen plenty of teams come from 3-0 to win a series.
And I've seen plenty of teams come from 2-0, which if you're winning 2 games in a 3-game series, you're the winner. Mm-hmm. But I've seen plenty of teams come back from a 2-game deficit to win a 7-game series. That has happened plenty of times.
Yeah.
So I'm not a huge fan of the shortened series myself. And I can understand why you don't like the one and done. You know, I mean, it's not football, it's baseball. So I can understand why somebody wouldn't like that. For me, it's like it's the wild card, it's the playing game.
Yep.
To me, like the one and done is like a shootout in hockey. It's like the shootout in like the Olympics. Like, how do you really? They're gonna play 60 minutes plus 10-minute overtime, and then you're gonna determine like the gold medal winner on a freaking shootout.
I don't know. You know what I love about the one and done? What I enjoyed about it?
Winning, you're in.
Right. And it to me it brought some excitement for me watching it like March Madness does. Get one game, man. Go out there and win that one game, and then you move on. You know what I mean?
It's essentially a
it's the
game
one
163, but every year.
Right.
That's what I liked about it.
Right. Yeah. And I'm with you on that one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Sorry, I just felt like I needed to say it too. Yeah.
But we kind of got onto baseball and other stuff. We didn't talk much about. We talked about Michigan.
We did.
We didn't talk about Michigan State.
Did they play this weekend?
They won.
They won.
Oh, did they?
They beat
They
Wisconsin.
beat
I
Wisconsin.
genuinely have just tuned out on that team. That's how bad they are.
How did Notre Dame fare this weekend? By the way?
I honestly don't know because I also have tuned them out.
Yeah, they lost.
Right now, the only college team I am actually paying attention to is the University of Michigan.
How about that?
You're right. It's the only one I'm paying attention to right now.
Wow.
It's the only one worth watching.
Wow.
And in spite of my dislike for them, they're that good that I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to sit here and become their biggest fan, but I'm going to enjoy this because this is great football.
So, like, this was a packed weekend of college football. A lot of good games, and obviously you had Alabama and Tennessee, which turned out to be a fantastic football game.
Dude,
I didn't watch it, but I loved seeing the highlights of it. I love looking back at it through ESPN and seeing that shit. And I love the visual of after the game, just the fireworks going off, the whole stadium's orange. That was awesome.
Like the whole storming the field and taking the goalpost out. Like, come on, man.
I mean,
Really?
that's a big win, though.
when you beat Alabama for
That's
the
a
first
big
time
win.
in almost 10 years, like,
I mean, that's a big win.
it's been what? Legitimately 6 years since their last win against Alabama?
I think so.
Like,
yeah.
you're treating this like you won a national championship. Like, come on.
Normally, I would agree with you.
It's
On
your
this
first
one,
year of relevancy, and you just beat what is always a top team.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
You're-
that game
you're-
finally meant something.
You're an
to win.
SEC team. You're an SEC team. You're supposed to be doing this.
At this point, they're all either SEC or Big Ten teams.
but are they supposed to be doing this because they haven't been doing this?
Well,
So-
according to SEC honks, yes, they are.
well, they haven't been.
SEC honks and Tennessee specific honks.
Their fans are a little different in the fact that they haven't done much in recent years, and they haven't beaten Alabama in many years. And it was at home. They beat Alabama, one of the best teams that Listen, they're the perennial.
I just thought it was a little overboard. That's whatever.
I didn't see a problem with it. I mean, I don't blame the university for going back after them and telling them they're going to fine them and
make them pay for the
make them pay for the goalpost. I mean, I don't blame the university
Now,
for
the
that
goalposts
either,
are back in, by the way.
though. Okay.
They got
last picture I saw was the
the
just
leg.
the one post sticking out of the ground. It looks like somebody took and twisted
Yeah.
it. The rest of it off. It's just a post sticking out of the ground that's like all bent and mangled. I was like, oh, well, that's That's the morning after.
That is the walk of shame. That is the walk of shame. Oh, we got. This is just replay.
Bet you're going to see some pregnancies coming out of that one.
Oh, no doubt.
Yep.
What's the quarterback's name? Because I guarantee you that's going to be the most popular name in 9 months.
I forgot what his name was, but yeah, you're probably right about that. But like I said,
That was a big win for them.
I'm not dissing the win because it
no,
was a big win.
I'm
but-
actually moving on past that and just talking about the win itself.
Yeah.
That was a big win for Tennessee, and they've now moved up to what the AP polls they're
fifth, I believe.
they're fourth.
Third or fourth.
The fourth in the APs, I believe.
Are they fourth in the AP? I thought Michigan moved back up to fourth.
Well, but you know what's going to happen. You know exactly what's going to happen. As long as Alabama
Maybe
wins
they're
out.
third then.
Let's see what we
Right
got.
now, Tennessee's in the playoffs as far as the AP goes.
Okay.
So let me see here.
Like that's the thing, though. As long as Alabama wins out, which, I mean, obviously it's hard to say that they won't.
Standings, AP top 25.
They're going to somehow
Tennessee's
get
third.
back in. They're going to somehow get back in.
In the AP top 25 is Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee, and Michigan.
Right.
Those are the top four. And then Clemson and Alabama is at 6.
Well, because Michigan and Ohio State are going to cancel each other out.
And then the coaches poll has Michigan at 3
Right.
and Tennessee at 4.
I think the thing that's going to happen with Michigan and Ohio State's the same thing that happened last year. You're going to find them both like 2 and 3 or 1 and 2 or something like that. And whoever loses is going to fall just outside of the playoff picture. And then if they can turn around and win the Big Ten championship, they'll jump back into the picture. Because I this is the year I think you could see Ohio State and Michigan both in there.
I don't know. I
don't see
don't
it.
ever see,
I don't see
any
it.
other conference besides the SEC getting 2 teams in.
I agree.
If these games are as good as it's shaping up to be, and I say these games because I feel like they're probably going to meet potentially in the playoffs, these could be some great games.
They could be. I think this would be a good year to have an expanded playoff.
It's too bad you won't get it till next year.
I know, right?
Probably the year after.
I don't know. The networks are pushing hard for it, man. They want it.
I know they are.
They want it big time. And you know what generally wins? Money.
That's why fucking Amazon's getting a Black Friday game after everybody talked for 3 weeks about how Amazon shouldn't even have football anymore.
Which is probably going to have Russell Wilson on it.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
On a brighter note, are you looking up to brighten up your home or commercial building? Give At Your Service by Pat a call today at 248-794-0008 for your free estimate. At Your Service by Pat specializes in home and commercial building cleaning. Services include roof and house cleaning featuring soft wash, which is a longer-lasting alternative to pressure washing. They also offer window cleaning, concrete cleaning, deck and fence restoration, gutter services, and more. So call At Your Service by Pat for your free estimate today at 248-794-0008. There you go. Nice. Thanks, guys.
I
job.
just gave you a nice little golf clap at first, and that spiraled into
Whatever that was.
Spiraled into everything. Nobody could actually see us doing it. They could just hear. They could just hear it in the microphones.
Nice.
You know, because they're too busy seeing the advertisement for
oh, that's good.
At Your Service.
Yeah.
I was like, they could totally see me. I'm right here, but I forget the advertisements.
I put the advertisements on.
It's weird. I don't get to watch our
I'm
show
a-
being.
I'm a pretty good producer. I make sure that when we advertise for people, I put their advertisement on the screen.
That's generally how that works, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
You're pretty good at this thing, Jeff.
I'm doing all right.
You can work a computer all right. Chris can read good.
I read good. I read good.
You got a fucking bang up crew over here, guys.
I read good.
He don't even count. He can't even weed good.
Damn you! You give him the easy ones.
He pop.
Hip Hop Anonymous.
I read good.
Okay, what do we got next? By the way, I got a message from Eric saying he's going to have to pick via the chat.
Okay.
He's out and not going to be able to make the phone call. The phone line is free. For anybody who wants to call in, the phone line's free, 313-403-8448. But if Andrew wants to call in for the picks later, Andrew can get on that phone line. Again, that's 313-403-8448.
So being as we have the NLCS and the ALCS finalized now since the Yankees beat Cleveland to meet up with Houston in the ALCS, and the matchup everybody had, the Phillies and Padres in the NLCS. What do you got, Frank? Who you got winning both of these? And give me your World Series champion.
Philly.
Winning it all.
Yep.
It's kind of where I'm leaning because I'm almost positive they'll take the NL. There's no disrespect. It's just, I just think it's their year. The AL's the tough one because, like I was talking to you about, Chris, like I was really looking at that Yankees. I was looking at that Yankees lineup, dude. And if they can get it going, like they're fucking scary. But it's going to be a matter of can they get it going. And I just don't think they're going to.
I got Houston and Philly playing in the World Series, and I got Philly winning it.
I hate to say same, but
Chris? I also have. I think the Phillies are on a heater right now. I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then again, the Padres are kind of on a heater as well.
They are, but I think the Phillies are. If one's on a heater, they're on fucking fire.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they're not on a heater. They're lit.
I mean, obviously, the Phillies took out the defending champs in Atlanta, and then the Padres took out their quote unquote arch enemy in the Dodgers. Which I'm sorry, that's not a rivalry. That whole series they were trying to make that a rivalry. I'm like, the only reason why it's a rivalry is because they're both in Southern California. Like that's it.
I was gonna say I didn't at any point know that was a rivalry.
Exactly. They kept trying to make it more than it was, and it's like this isn't a rivalry.
Stop trying to make it more than it is, folks.
Right. So I'm with you. I think it will be Philly and Houston, and I think Houston unfortunately wins the whole thing.
Think Houston wins it out?
I do. All right. Like I just think they have the best overall team. I just do. I think they have the pitching. They got the timely hitting. They're just a good baseball team. Period. So yeah, give me Houston winning the whole thing. Sadly.
You putting those picks down? Are we counting those?
I didn't know we were doing those.
Are we counting that? I mean, only if we're counting. If we're counting it, then put it in the thing, and I'll include it on the site. We didn't pick this last series.
We did not.
We did not. Oh. Whoops.
I was gonna bring it up last week, but the show ran so fucking long. I was like, eh.
Well, since we made those picks, do you want to get to this week's picks?
We can do that, but before we get to picking our teams, let's talk about another team.
Okay.
You tell me to put all this shit in, and then you tell me fucking like, come on now. You got it up? I'm not good at multitasking as it is.
Sorry, Frank.
You got it up?
That's what she said.
Thank you. The first time I said it, I didn't get a response, and I was like, that
I was
sounded
already
too inappropriate for me to say.
I was already switching over to the actual screen for the read, but never mind.
You got the read
So
up?
I got it up.
All right.
You got the read up?
Yes, I have it now.
So back to, we're going to pick some good teams here in a little bit, but the best team is...
Whether you're buying or selling your home, now is the time to take advantage of having the expertise of 4 real estate agents for the price of one on your side.
God damn, that was a train wreck.
Make the right move with the right group, the Joe Wright Group. Give Craig Joe Wright, Mike Bush, Shane Wilson, and Alex DeRocher a call today. Phone number is 248-535-4750 to fulfill all of your real estate needs.
There you go.
The lead-in was atrocious, but I tried to make the read.
Dynamite lead-in.
It was my bad.
Much.
I forgot you were typing what I asked you to type.
You guys are like, can you put those in? Yeah. You know who else is a great team? I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, you can't multitask? What the hell, man?
I can, but I can only have one screen up at a time.
Jesus. Oh, that was good stuff. Nicely done.
That was kind of my bad, Frank. Sorry about that. I just knew that we needed to get to that read before we got into the picks.
For
That's
sure.
all.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong; it was hilarious.
I should have drug it out a little bit before I threw it back at you. I forgot I asked you to type something.
You have Houston winning. You have San Diego on the other side, though.
No, I have Philly on the other side.
Okay, you got Philly on the other side.
Yes. Yeah, like I said, I think Joe kind of nailed it. He's like, if San Diego's on a heater, Philly is on fire, and I think especially with all the shit that's going on in Philly right now, with the Eagles being good, apparently the 76ers are going to be good. The Flyers are terrible, but I can't wait till Torts just blows up on somebody. That's going to be great. I can't wait for that to happen.
I still love that picture of the fucking dude in training camp just laying on the ground next to him.
Yep.
And all the memes that are coming from it, because it's like, Every one of these potentially could be true at some point.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait. He's gonna flip out on somebody, and it's gonna be fantastic.
He will. I'm not gonna say he will kill somebody, but he will kill somebody.
That media is no joke in Philly, man. Like, you can get away with that stuff in Columbus and Tampa Bay, but
God, if there's one city who I don't think gives a shit what you do to their hockey team, it's probably Columbus.
yeah, that's why I ripped on Johnny Gaudreau for going there. It's like, really?
Young kid, he's going to where the money's at.
Exactly. I was like, you don't give a shit
Somewhat
about
close to
winning.
home, he's getting money.
Like, you don't care about winning. Like, if you cared about winning, then you would have stayed in Calgary.
Now, do I think they could be a sneaky good team? Yeah. Columbus always has one of those teams that, like,
Columbus,
a couple guys in the right direction and they become good.
Columbus, to me, is one of those franchises that will never win anything, ever.
I mean, they should.
Ever.
They should.
Ever.
Forever.
It's weird. You look at certain franchises in sports, and you're like, they're never going to win anything. I used to think about the St. Louis Blues, and then obviously they won the Stanley Cup a few years ago. But there's this
fooled you.
There's franchises I look at, and I'm just like, they're not going to win anything ever. Like the Coyotes, they're never going to win anything ever.
Speaking of not winning, you want to go over the picks from last week?
Well, I was just going to say, what's the number? I don't know if Andrew's going to call in. But.
So the number is 313. I already said this twice, but that's all right, Frank. You don't pay attention to me.
No.
313-403-8448.
Yes.
So, yeah, the picks from last week. I lost. Just going to throw that out there. I was 7-8.
That's not terrible.
No, but everyone else was better. Eric did better. He was at 8-7. Chris, you were at 9-6.
Take it, baby.
Frank, you were at 10-5.
That a boy.
And Andrew was at 11-4.
Fuck you, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. Fuck you, Andrew. So the year-to-date records at this point.
I'm just gonna pick every pick Andrew has.
I'm just going to wait until he picks. I'm just going to go with Andrew.
I haven't figured it out, but for the most part, that's exactly what I do. Anyway.
Yeah, I know, because you get the picks before we do, because he texts them to you, you little asshole.
You were calling my asshole little. He said next week he'll call it, and he's not able to this week.
Gotcha. So my record is 31-38. Chris, you're tied with me at 31-38.
Okay.
Frank is 33-36. Eric is 18-28. And Andrew is 39-29.
Nice.
So, hey, folks, go with Andrew's picks. just throwing that out there. The guys on the show are going to tell you to go with the picks of one of the guys who's not on the show, because clearly
he knows what he's talking about.
He knows what he's talking about when making these picks. Eric says starting strong. Hey, no, but you finished this last week strong. So you went 8-7 this last week, bud, and that's better than I did. So it was your second week that really fucked you over, bro. You went 4-12 in your second week. So that was really the week that fucked you over. You did pretty good this week, so I wouldn't be down on yourself. 18-28 is not a record you really want, but, whatever. None of us look good compared to Andrew, so. At least making picks.
I was going to say, did you just say Andrew looked good?
No, I'm making the picks, yes.
Dude's one of my best friends right now, but
no,
good looking?
No, I'm
sorry,
I'm nothing.
Andrew. I just got to fuck with
no,
you.
I'm gonna fuck with him too. I'm nothing to look at, but I'm definitely better looking than he is. So.
This segment is brought to you by the Joe Wright Group.
It's time!
Yes, it is time for the picks. We got a decent slate this week. I thought last week's was better, but we got some decent games. I mean, like all the college games we took last week, except the Michigan State game, those all top 25 matchups. This one, for the most part, kind of.
Okay, if it's not a top 25 matchup, you're going to have to give me the conference so I can look it up, because I only got top 25 pulled up for.
All right, fair
college.
enough. Well, you should see. I think all these are
top 25.
Except one.
Okay.
The last one.
All right.
Which is, we'll get to it. And then do you
Well,
want?
we're going to get to the last one?
We will. Yeah.
Well, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Good.
When we get to it.
If
We'll get to the last
if-
one when we get to it.
If we'll eventually get to we're eventually going to get to it, right?
When we get to it, yes.
When we get
Can we
to
get
it?
to the last one first, though?
No, it's the last one.
That's
I
why
know,
it's called
that's
the
why I
last
wanna do
one,
it
Frank.
first, though.
No, but we don't do the last one first. We do the last one last.
You're right, but you know how we talk about everybody's favorite stuff?
Yeah.
The least favorite thing? Let's start last.
We're gonna do it last, and we'll do it when we get to it.
Fuck it, we'll do it last.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
We just had an argument about I don't even
I don't know.
know
Yeah,
what.
that really escalated quickly.
Whatever.
Like, there's very few times
It's
where I
like-
literally have no idea what I'm arguing, but I was just like, I'm gonna argue with him.
I
I
was
was one of those times.
I was down for it. I was down to keep going with it. Whatever.
All right. So first up, we got Syracuse.
This radio show sucks anyway. Might as well just fill it with nonsense.
Fair enough.
I'm kidding, folks. We don't think we suck that bad.
No, we don't.
No,
suck.
we have no. We don't believe that with this. Okay. Anyway, back to the picks. First one first, last one last.
I'm just
one
gonna go.
last,
You know what?
last one
Fuck you
first.
guys. I'm going in the middle. Just to be a dickhead. I'm gonna go in the middle.
We're gonna start with New Orleans, Arizona.
No,
then?
we're gonna go Texas minus 6.5, taking on Oklahoma State.
I gotta find them. Hold on.
Good. I hope I totally fucked you up.
Yep, there we go. All right, Joe, who do you got?
Texas minus 6.5.
Yep.
Oklahoma State. Oh man.
Oh man.
Ooh, brother. Oh, we're gonna bite some kneecaps off. Ooh, yeah. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
I don't think that's an option.
Well, I'm gonna start with Andrew's
Well,
pick.
there's other people that can pick.
No, we're gonna start this week with Andrew's pick, and
are
then
we?
everybody else can pick after Andrew.
Okay.
Well, that's not fair. We're all gonna take Andrew. We're all gonna pick the same
Yeah.
thing.
Well, Andrew went with Oklahoma State,
Okay.
so I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State.
I was actually gonna go with OK State as well because the game's at home. The Fighting Mike Gundy's.
Fuck it, Oklahoma State.
Eric, who you got?
Should we just put you down for Oklahoma State? You got your earbuds in, bud? Can you hear us? Okay. He went with Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
It's a sweep. Let's not give Andrew's picks first again.
All right.
next-
Well, I don't know which game's next, so I can't give.
You
that.
really don't. I'm gonna totally fuck with you guys now. Next up, we got Mississippi taking on LSU. LSU's laying 1.5.
Give me Ole Miss.
I mean, we're waiting on your pick. You're next in line.
Go with LSU.
I'm taking Brian Kelly. Get the fuck out of here.
You're picking just because. Yeah.
What was the thing you sent me the other day? Brian Kelly's the worst thing that happened to Louisiana since Katrina or something
yes.
like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's rough.
And I just went, not entirely false.
These weren't my words, folks.
No, that's why I said you sent it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, you didn't make the meme.
Don't,
I did not make
don't
the meme.
cancel Chris over this. He did not say it. He just pointed out that somebody else had said
However,
it. We also didn't disagree.
Eric goes with LSU.
LSU. All right.
So
And,
we've got 2 Ole Miss and 2 LSU at this point.
Yep, and Andrew's going with Miss.
Yes! Nailed it!
I didn't. Who did Eric say he went with?
LSU.
LSU. I didn't even look at that beforehand either. All right, Chris.
next up, we got Kansas taking on Baylor. Baylor's laying 7.5.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Did you look and see who he took?
No, I didn't. I have to find the games because he's not going in his order.
No.
So
'Cause
I
you
have
guys
to
wanted
go,
to, you guys wanted to be fucking assholes about
Oh,
it.
and I don't even have this game on. It's not a
this
top
is why
25
I
game.
wanted to
is it?
save it for last. You guys wanted to be assholes about it. Fine.
Fine. Let me
I mean,
try.
it doesn't matter to me. I got them all in here.
I know
already.
you do.
Let me try to look up Kansas and Baylor. This fucking shit.
I'm going Kansas.
Baylor's minus 7.5.
Yes.
Who you got, Chris?
Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Well, you guys both went Kansas.
Actually, you know what? I'm changing that.
Give me Baylor.
Give me Baylor.
Oh,
Give me Baylor. Sorry.
well,
Joe's going Baylor. Chris is going Baylor. Eric,
he doesn't have it up yet. That's what she said.
get it up, Eric.
That's what she said. Who is Andrew going with?
Oh, I'm waiting for Eric to respond. Can't
Oh.
let him get the fucking scoop out.
He's
of
going with
Andrew's pick.
Kansas.
All right, let's see what Andrew has. Da-da-da. Andrew's going Kansas.
Chris, you want to change your picks?
Nope.
You want to go back to your first pick?
Nope.
All right, next game.
Next up we have. Sorry.
Did you fall asleep there for a second?
No, I was telling lady friend to bring down the drink we have.
Hello, lady.
Next we have Mississippi State taking on Alabama. Alabama's laying 21.
Give me Mississippi State. Alabama's a shit show lately. I know they're going to be pissed off at home after losing to Tennessee. 21 points. Give me Mississippi State.
Bama.
Joe, I agree.
Oh, shit. Eric took Mississippi State.
Okay. And
Andrew takes. We should have a drum roll for this.
bam.
Oh, fuck. My picks are not looking good already.
You disagreed with him on one pick.
2.
Next up we have Syracuse taking on Clemson. Clemson's laying 13.5.
That's the first game.
Yeah.
Couldn't find it.
That's unfortunate for you.
Give me Syracuse.
Kios.
I'm also going to roll with Syracuse in this one. Shout out to you, Seth.
Yeah, hey, Seth, shout out to you.
He actually did listen to last week's. 'Cause I
Oh,
told him. Yeah, absolutely did.
Shout out to you, Seth.
Give me
Taking
Clemson.
Syracuse. Hello, lady.
Lady.
Oh, where are you running to? You're running to the dogs?
Yeah, she just wanted to run down here.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Eric takes Syracuse.
And for Andrew, Syracuse.
Yes.
So I'm the only one with Clemson on that one.
Oh, he's on the island on this one.
I am
Oh,
on the island.
Dragata Island.
Next up, we got UCLA taking on Oregon. Oregon is laying 6.
Ooh. Give me Oregon.
I'm going with Oregon as well.
Yeah, I'll go with you guys on that one.
Probably not smart.
Probably not. Eric, get it up faster.
That's what she said. He's going with Oregon.
And for Andrew's pick, who are they playing against?
Oregon, UCLA.
UCLA.
He's going UCLA.
Shit.
Andrew is on the island.
Shut up. I hate you.
And the last college game we have is Kansas State taking on TCU. TCU's laying 3.5.
Give me TCU.
Give me the Horned Frogs. It's TCU, man.
Okay.
TCU. I just wanted to see how long he would have to look at you before he figured it out.
That's who I thought it was, too. I was like, I'm not putting the wrong thing in here.
I don't know which one he chose.
He's like the Horned Frogs. I'm like, I don't know what Kansas State is.
Eric says there's a little delay. Laugh out loud. TCU.
TCU.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a delay, bud. We know that.
Yes, I know. I'm just giving you shit. Plus, it's an excuse for me to get Joe to say that's what she said a lot. Give me Texas Christian.
Did you just call him Texas Christian? Who
That's-
calls him that?
People.
Nobody calls him that. They call him TCU.
People helping people.
Who's Andrew taking?
It is a clean sweep, boys.
Ah, TCU.
Nice.
All right.
Are we going out of order with NFL as well?
We're gonna go. We're gonna go in whatever fucking order he wants to go in. First game will be first. Last game will be last. We just don't know which one's which.
We literally went middle, bottom, top, middle.
Because he's a dick.
He's a dick. We're assholes. We figured this out a long time ago.
You had to have known as soon as we started fucking with him over which one was gonna go first or last. He was gonna fuck with us.
That is correct.
That is correct.
All right. Next up, we're going to the NFL.
Shut up. I hate you.
First game we got New Orleans taking on Arizona. Arizona's laying 1.5.
Quebec, go ahead.
Starting at the top here. Joe, the fucked up part is you've been going first this whole time, so we're waiting on you. Quebec.
Wait, what was it? What?
New Orleans,
What
Arizona.
was-
Arizona laying a point.
New
and a
Orleans,
half.
Arizona. Arizona laying a 1.5. I'm gonna go New Orleans.
You said Call of Duty, like the full game's coming out this week?
No,
October
it's
28th.
it's in
next
Arizona.
week.
Give me Arizona. Sorry,
Next week.
Next week.
give me Arizona.
All right, give me Arizona then.
All right.
I was for some reason I thought it was in New Orleans.
I'm going with New Orleans.
Okay.
Eric's going with Arizona.
Eric, are you just picking everything Joe's picking?
Oh, he knows. He's smarter than that. He knows not to do that.
Andrew's going with the Saints.
Fuck.
Wah, wah. Next up, we have Houston taking on Las Vegas. Las Vegas is laying 7.
He started with the first one, and then he fucking jumped to the middle.
He has no idea which way I'm going to go next.
That's what she said.
Word.
I think the funny part was I had like a mild seizure, and he was the only one who got to see it. I was looking for it, and I was like, shit, I don't know where we're going now.
Vegas is -7.
Yes.
Yes. For some reason, they're
Give me-
still a favorite in games.
Give me Houston. Eric takes Houston.
I'm going to take Vegas off the bye week.
You're gonna take Vegas to win the bye week.
No, off the bye week.
I know.
I mean, I know the Lions don't ever win bye
The
weeks.
Lions lost the bye
Yeah,
week,
which
so.
they normally do.
I'm hoping Vegas got something figured out during the bye week. And we are Las Vegas as well for Andrew.
I got to add in a game I forgot to put on there.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Sorry, buddy.
I don't care. He's the one having to change shit.
Well, no, I don't have to change anything. I just got to
gotta
add
add
it
it in, yeah.
And then I have to text Andrew so he knows what it is because I think he's still at work.
Oh, Jesus.
My bad. Because this team is so irrelevant to me, so I just forgot to put it out there.
This guy here
The
is
Lions.
dead.
Exactly.
You forgot the Lions.
I did. That's literally the game I forgot to put on there.
This guy here is dead.
Who are they playing and how many points are they giving up?
Dallas is laying 7.
Dallas is laying 7.
Yeah.
Is Cooper Rush starting?
No.
All
At least not
so-
that I know.
Are we doing that game next? We're doing that
No,
game now?
we're doing a
Oh.
different game.
Oh, okay. Well, what game are we doing then?
We are going.
Not only are we out of order, but I'm adding games
Yes.
that
Yeah.
we could also go out of
that we could also do out of order.
We are going the New York Giants taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars with the Jags laying 3.
Give me the Giants. The G-Men.
Give me Jacksonville.
We were talking before the show about having locks of the week, and if we're going with the spread, this is my lock, and I'm going with the Giants.
No.
Eric goes with the Giants.
'Cause I would just like to say, which we didn't get to earlier, as much as you guys wanted to tell me that Jacksonville was for real, I think you guys jumped the gun on that.
Maybe.
I still think they're for real. They're still building better than some teams.
I mean,
They have a better defense than some teams.
in order to build better,
Yeah.
you have to be building.
Yeah.
Haven't they been doing that since 1957?
Yeah, but
Oh,
they-
wait, we're talking about them?
Yeah.
Oh,
At least I thought that's what we were talking about.
Oh, I wasn't sure. I was being general.
Andrew takes the Giants.
Andrew takes the G-Man.
I'm on the island on this one. All right. All right. You got it?
Yeah, so
All right. Next up, we got the Bears taking on the Patriots. The Patriots are laying 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. In the words of Owen Wilson, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
we really just need the word
I'm a-
Chicago or New England out of you.
Wow. I'm gonna take New England.
Joe, I'm with you on
Wow.
this one. I'm also taking New England.
Wow.
Give me the Fighting Bailey Zappies.
All right. Eric takes the Pats. Wow.
I said Eric's got the Pats as well.
Yep.
Nice.
And
Andrew takes. We should have a drum roll every time for
Right.
this.
he takes Chicago.
Son
Do you
of a-
really?
Wow. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
God damn it.
Fair enough.
Was the last one on the list.
All right. Next up, we got the The fake Browns versus the old Browns. The old Browns are laying 6.5.
Oh, wow.
You want the real ones or the fake ones?
I mean, they're all real to me.
It's real or fake.
They're all real to me. I mean, if you can touch them, they're real. Wait, we're talking football. Never mind.
Yes.
Hey, you want to say things like that while you're recorded? That's up to you.
Yeah, I have no problem saying shit while I'm recorded. You think that's ever stopped me before?
Clearly not. It hasn't stopped Frank either.
No, it hasn't.
That's why I felt I'd be the person to say that.
I'm going to go with Baltimore on this one.
So you're going with the old Browns.
I'm
Chris?
going Baltimore as well.
Old Browns for you as well. I will be taking the old Browns.
Eric, you said woof, laugh out loud. Does that mean you're taking the dog pound in the Browns, or it's a woof matchup, and you don't like the matchup?
The new Browns or the old Browns?
Because woof could mean that you're actually taking the Browns because it's the dog pound.
Yeah. Which would have been a significantly better logo than the stupid thing they have in there now.
He's taking the old Browns, which would be
The
Ravens.
Yes.
Okay.
No, he's taking the old Browns. Every one of these says old Browns.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm going to have to change that.
Well, that's on you, not on me.
Oh, you got to leave it. Just leave it. Old Browns.
And which game was this? Baltimore.
Oh, he was woofing the matchup, yeah.
Andrew will be taking the old Browns as well.
All right. Good shit.
So wait, the other week when I literally wrote something different for the Commanders every single week, you had to go in and change it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, my
That's
God.
good because I also put the Fighting Bailey Zappies on here too.
Yeah, I changed that shit.
Nice. Next up,
I
we
was
got.
really hoping you'd just put it as is.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the.
A lot of the shit you type doesn't fit on the screen when I go to put it on for the spreadsheet on the website. But anyway, I have to change some of it. So I just end up changing it all to match. Go ahead, Chris.
Steelers, Dolphins. Dolphins laying 7.
Give me Miami. Tua comes back with a vengeance. As long as he doesn't die on the field.
I'm with you as well. I am taking the Dolphins. I think they're honoring the 72 undefeated team that night, too. So. Well, what's left of them, anyway.
Yeah, give me Miami. Is
he hasn't made his pick yet.
Is Finkel going to be there?
Ray Finkel?
Ray Finkel?
I think Einhorn's going to be there, though.
Oh,
Einhorn definitely.
Is it Finkel or Einhorn? Is it Einhorn or Finkel?
Einhorn is Finkel.
Einhorn is
Finkel
Finkel.
is Einhorn.
Finkel is Einhorn.
Einhorn is a man.
Eric takes Finkel. I mean Einhorn.
Hello
I mean
to Mr. Winky.
Eric takes Mr. Winky. I mean Miami.
Well, Eric now has Mr. Winky. Andrew will be taking Miami.
Oh, my God. Next up, we got KC laying 3 against San Francisco.
Where's this at? It's in San Fran.
I believe so.
Was it called Candlestick? Or that was the old part?
I think it's Levi's now.
Okay.
Levi Stadium. Yeah, I think it is. Man, this one's tough.
That's what she said.
I don't know. I mean, I don't. Doesn't really go right.
I got nothing on that one.
Yeah.
It was one of those things that was either going to land or it was going to totally miss.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to take San Fran.
I'm also going to go with the 49ers. I have my reasons, but I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Yeah. For me, it's just
Care
gut.
to share those reasons?
That first of all, no. First of all, that track is horrible at that Levi Stadium.
Okay.
Which I think will affect Kansas City. It's a night game.
They're not really a running team.
It's a night game.
It's a 4:25.
4:25 game, whatever. I just think it.
Well, technically in San Fran, it'll be.
I was gonna
it'll
say
be
it's a
1
1 o'clock
o'clock,
game.
1 o'clock game.
But and then
But-
you got San Francisco's defense, which I think is
Yeah.
very good, and I think they're going to get it after Mahomes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I see them. My thing is, I see them bouncing back from that Atlanta fucking debacle that they just
that was
had.
bad.
So,
That was really bad.
that's really what I see here. I see a bounce back game, and I think KC, they're gonna have a little bit of letdown after playing a hard fought game against Buffalo. I see them having a little bit of a letdown in a game in San Francisco, where San Francisco's looking to bounce back. That's my reason.
Okay. On that note, I'm going KC.
And so is Eric.
And we will. Thought my phone died for a second. Andrew's taking KC as well.
Okay.
Well,
And for the final pick,
Detroit, Dallas.
Detroit.
Detroit, Dallas laying 7.
what say you, Joe?
What? Why such an odd fucking look?
Because at this point, I'm getting slap happy.
I'm gonna go with Dallas on this one.
I'm also going to go with Dallas. I think just the Lions' defense is just so bad. It's so bad.
They're fucking awful.
And you see-
and the Cowboys' defense is
good.
pretty fucking good.
It's pretty fucking good.
So if Dallas can score points against that defense, which is horrendous,
Yes.
they can also stop what looked to be a good offense in Detroit until they played a good
England.
defense in
Yes.
New England. So yeah, gonna go with the Cowboys.
Yes, Cowboys.
Eric goes with the Lions, and I don't think it's willingly. Is somebody coercing you into saying that, Eric? Can you send a blinking face twice if you're under hostage? He doesn't look happy about taking the Lions, but he's taking the Lions.
I say it every week. Lions by 1 million.
Oh, by the way, one of your losses was because you said Ohio State by 40, and they actually won. And I gave you that loss because you said they win by 40.
No,
so when you say shit like that, I'm gonna start giving you the loss.
That's fine. I'm getting losses for every Lions game. I mean, I'm probably getting losses for them either way.
I haven't done that for the million ones because obviously no team. So that one I haven't done. But when you said Ohio State by 40, I gave you the loss on that one.
It's on here though. It says Lions by 1 million.
I know, but I change that every time.
But if I put it in writing, that's what I'm taking.
Yeah,
I
but I'm not.
expect
I'm not,
it to be graded on the.
I don't do
spread
that.
that I provide.
Fine. You know what? I'm going to start now.
Okay.
So you're getting that one wrong. You might as well
I'm
say it
gonna
wrong.
have Lions losses every single week.
I'm just going to wrong.
Yep. But Andrew will be taking the Lions as well.
And Eric says it's hope.
Those
Hope-
two things don't go together. buddy.
Hope in one hand, take a shit in the other one. Tell me which one fills up first.
Hope and Lions fans. You can't have one and
No,
be
it's-
the other.
Lions fans have endless hope. It's endless. It never ends. You keep hoping. Apparently, I'm gathering.
I mean, I guess I'm on the other. I'm on the other end of the spectrum here.
I mean, you're definitely on the spectrum.
You said that last week too.
I mean, it hasn't changed since last week.
It hasn't. It might have gotten worse actually.
I feel like the only way to be a Lions fan is to not have hope.
Or to be on the spectrum.
And those are the picks,
No,
folks.
that's probably why I'm a Lions
Maybe.
fan.
Those are the picks.
Those are the picks. Oh, that's fun. I enjoy doing that segment. It's a lot of fun.
I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy it more when we got some random caller.
Oh, absolutely. It's more fun that way. I agree.
Next week we should tell Andrew and Eric to call, and just the winner that calls in first wins, and the other person has to pick from the.
Do we have the ability to do three-way calling?
I don't know if we can find out.
We can find out.
We can possibly find out.
All right.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
That's right.
Okay. Well, picks are in.
All right. Are we ready to do the taste this segment?
The high-quality alcoholic beverage that I picked
I
up.
have no idea what the fuck this is. Good Lord.
All right, motherfuckers, let's take a timeout and taste this.
So, Frank has brought to us something called Buzz Tea. It is hard iced tea, a malt beverage with natural flavor.
Have you started searching drinks to bring in? Is that what you started doing?
No. So
I don't even know who fucking makes this.
it Buzz.
Is that the brand?
I don't know.
Buzz? I don't know.
Buzz Aldrin?
Maybe
Buzz
they'll take you to
Lightyear?
space.
Hey, we can text them. They got a phone number. We can
Oh,
text
yeah,
them.
we can
Yeah.
text.
Absolutely.
Who
What's
makes
the
you?
phone number?
336.
Hold on, let me get to a place I can text them.
Well, we know I can't text, so it's not me.
336
396
396
6649.
6649.
Yes. This is a hard tea and lemonade. So kind of what we had last week, but an off-brand apparently.
but last week we only had the lemonade.
Oh, the lemonade. That's right.
We
yes.
didn't have the tea and lemonade.
Yes.
Just real simple text. Hi, what company is this?
Oh, cool.
Be very nice about it.
Yeah, that was a very polite text.
So we will try this. I'm hoping it's good.
But the story is the place I normally go to doesn't really have many options that we haven't tried. So I tried to find a different place, and the different place.
Basically, Frank didn't do his due diligence and find a good fucking spot to get drinks.
I don't know. I don't know good liquor stores around Chris's house. It's a big surprise, but the guy who doesn't drink doesn't know where a liquor store is around somebody else's house.
Hey, you know they got like GPS. You can just type in like liquor stores by me. It'll take you to one.
Yeah, unless you're like me and your phone isn't working right now. So
And
Or that too.
then I got to worry about 75 being shut down and everything. That's just a whole fucking mess.
That's a fucking grind my gears for another day. There's everything is shut down. It's
okay,
ridiculous.
I just want to give a solid fuck you to the guy that I drove past on the way here, who was going a solid 10 miles an hour under the speed limit. And then when I finally got around him, I looked over at him
And he was me?
to glare at him.
Of course.
And I just want to see who was driving this fucking car like an idiot. And the guy was 2 knuckles deep, finger in his nose, while holding his phone.
He got 2 knuckles in one nostril.
So like,
so he wasn't even holding the wheel.
So at this point in time, he's not even holding the steering wheel. He's got his phone in one hand, and he's 2 knuckles deep with his finger up his nose with the other hand. Like,
Are we talking both nostrils or one nostril?
one?
Okay.
One. It was the index finger, and I'm telling you, that bitch was 2 knuckles deep.
Oh, I thought we were going.
No, it was
Double finger.
2 knuckles deep.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, so
like, he was that.
there's no that answers all the questions right there though.
That
If he's
motherfucker
2
was-
knuckles deep, he doesn't have a brain.
No, either that or he's scratching his brain.
Jesus. Anyways,
But yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be bad or really
Buzz
bad.
I have a great idea. This is going to be bad because
probably.
Well, it might be really bad.
it's probably going to be really bad.
Cheers,
Cheers
boys.
fellas. Okay.
Oh shit, dude.
All right.
What did they mix that shit with vodka? Wow. Damn, bro.
That's nasty.
That
You know what it tastes like?
ass.
It tastes like if you mix.
Bigfoot's dick? What? I don't know.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Smells like pure gasoline.
I was going to say asshole. It tastes like dirty asshole. That is awful.
It tastes like you ran a filter filled with old coffee grounds.
Yeah.
With vodka. in it.
That's
That's what it tastes like to me. Like it just nothing about it tastes good. It's got a weird coffee aftertaste. It's just fucking terrible.
I give that a 0.5.
0.0.
Fair.
I would never, ever drink that again.
Frank, shoot him on the text. The product is fucking terrible.
Well, they responded to me.
Did they?
Yeah, they said Buzz T wants your number. Can we confirm that you're 21 or older? We want to keep things age appropriate after all.
Well, we just tried
It
to-
sounds like I'm getting myself into a situation that I don't know if I
Are they
want to
trying
be
to,
in to
are
begin
they,
with.
are they trying to date you?
If you're down to receive text, let us know.
No, I just want to tell you that we just tried your beer on or your drink on a podcast, and it's terrible.
It closes with "to consent." Reply yes.
They're asking for your consent.
They're
that's,
asking for consent.
That's polite. They're not just text raping you. They're gonna ask for your consent.
Would like the name of your company.
You know, it's probably an automated text you're
Oh, I know.
texting. Okay. All right, just throwing that out there.
You know how we discussed the one time you were fucking around with
Yeah.
the people? Yeah,
Yeah.
I do the same thing with
Okay.
text just to see how many different responses I can get.
Yeah, that was not good.
That
might be the
was
worst one we've
fucking-
had.
That was awful.
Yeah,
It by far to me it is. It's the worst one we've had.
We tried beers, and that's the worst one we've had. Okay,
Yeah.
And
we
you're
know
not
how
a bit-
much I don't like beer.
I do.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
10
Yeah.
out of 10 would not do it again.
Nope.
So, despite the fact that it
Not even going for a second sip.
Yeah, despite the fact that tasted like shit, I still like having drinks with friends. Whether you're having drinks with friends or just want something fun and different to listen to, take a Timeout with Steven Scott, presented by Bald Man Entertainment. Timeout with Steven Scott is drinking, jokes, wrestling, movies, memories, and so much more. Every show, they taste and sample different drinks and foods, as we just did. Sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't. They play Jelly Bean Roulette. That's pretty fun to watch every once in a while.
It's a hard no for me.
Yeah.
Are you going to see those guys anytime soon?
You haven't tried that shit.
That's Timeout with Steven Scott, presented by Bald Man Entertainment. Look them up on YouTube or at Timeout Podcast, WSS.com. And be sure to follow them on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Steve and Scott, you need to try this shit on your show because that's fucking awful. And I just want to see you guys blasted, same as we did.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, if you're going to see them at some point soon, next week, I will pick up another can of this for you to take over to them.
I don't really see them very much.
Okay.
I can make an opportunity to see them,
Okay.
but I talk to them quite a bit.
Then next week when I stop, I will pick up an extra can of this as well.
Okay.
And we can send it over as a little gift from us.
Okay.
Yeah, that is awful.
I'll just say it's a gift from Frank.
That's fine.
Ooh, God, that was fucking awful.
Listen, if you're going to eat fucking jelly beans that taste like diaper rash or whatever the fuck they taste like.
Diaper rash.
It was the most ridiculous thing that I could think of.
That's solid.
I don't know. Okay. Like, you could have said a lot of things. I'm not sure diaper rash.
I was not prepared for diaper rash.
Has a taste.
I don't know.
Like dirty diaper probably has a taste.
I was not prepared for diaper rash. On that one.
It tastes like diaper rash.
All right, then.
Sometimes I'll start
That was
comparing
great.
stuff, and I'm like, throw out the most ridiculous thing you can think of in this exact second.
I think you fucking nailed
I
it.
think you nailed that one. I don't.
Tastes like fucking
As
diaper rash.
as bad as some of those jelly beans are that
my
they have
God.
on there for taste, I don't think diaper rash is one of them.
I don't either. But that was
I
great.
hope not.
Like I said,
But either way, if they're willing to
I
eat
think
that
dirty
shit,
diapers one.
that wouldn't be surprising.
Ooh,
Nope.
But this,
yeah,
it can't be much worse than that.
I don't know. That was pretty bad.
that was bad. But I'll still take that over some of those jelly bean
I was
flavors.
gonna say there's like a vomit flavored jelly bean.
Ooh,
Like
yep.
I'll drink the whole can of this before I even touch one of those.
Yeah, I'll drink the whole can of that and taste my own vomit as it comes back out. As it comes out before I eat a vomit jelly bean.
I know they don't know this. We know this though. That's just coming with it. If you drink any more than a sip of this, you're throwing up in your own
Yeah,
mouth.
and I would gladly do that over eating any of those jelly beans.
Yes.
All right. Anything else, boys?
No.
All right, that's going to bring us to the end of this week's episode. Give us a like, a share, and a follow on our social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. You can find all of our podcasts on your favorite podcast provider. Check out SOTDET.com. You can find our blogs. You can find our show picks. You can find the fantasy rankings and starts and sits for the week, along with the shop. Click on shop, buy some Sports on Tap Detroit merchandise, buy the Red Hooded sweatshirt, buy
No more singing until
buy
you
the,
start buying Red Hooded sweatshirts.
buy the mugs, buy whatever you can. It's all awesome stuff. We all have quite a bit of it ourselves. It's good stuff. SOTDET.com is where you'll find that at. Click on shop. Anyway, on behalf of Chris and Frank, I'm Joe. We are Sports on Tap Detroit. See you next Tuesday.
And that is it for us today.
No! God, please, no!
Bye, have a great time.
No! God!
Bye, guys.
No, 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 no.
Bye, buddy.
No!
Goodbye.
No!
Goodbye.
No!
It's never goodbye.
You know, we've been through our ups and been through our downs.
And you were meant to be here tonight.
You guys will always be in my heart.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
I think the most important part is that we all stay together throughout.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Live. Fight like hell. The best thing I have ever done, the best thing I will ever do, is be a dad.
God, I love you guys. Mamba out.